In this video, we'll see how we can install and use a modal in Shadcn. So in Shadcn, the modal is known as Dialog. So I have a React app here. On click of this button, I'd like to open the modal. So first we'll install this Dialog component. So I'll open up my terminal here and I'll write npx shadcn at latest add dialog. So this should install the dialog in the components folder. So this is done. We can also see here in components they have installed the dialog. So now I'll just open up the documentation and they've given an example here. So I'll just copy this entire code and I'll just modify it to our needs. So in our source folder, I'll just create a component and call it modal.jsx. So here I'll paste this entire thing. So here you can see, so we have a button that triggers the modal, and this is the modal, the dialog content. So here I'll just remove the things that we don't need. This entire footer we can remove. This div also we can remove. In place of that, I'll just write a div and add some padding and add some dummy text here. And this header description also we can remove. And from top we can remove these two imports. I'll call the component as modal and I'll just export it as default. So this is the button that triggers the open and close of the modal, and this is our modal. So I'll just rename this button to open modal and I'll just write the title as title. Okay, now in our app we don't need this extra button since the modal component already has a button that triggers the functionality. So here I'll just import our modal. Now I'll just refresh, and if I click here we can see this modal. Also I'd like to add a state which stores the value of if the modal is open or not. So for that I could define a state and I'll call it as is modal open. I'll initialize to false, and both the state and the set state will be needing in the modal. So here I'll pass them as props. Now I'll just use them here, pass them as props. Now if we see the docs of this dialog, here we'll be able to see here it takes two props. One is open, which is the variable, the boolean which is true or false if the modal is open or not, and an on change function. It's called on open change. So I'll just attach this here. So open will be is modal open, and on open change will be set is modal open. Now also I'll just console the value of this thing so you can see if it's working or not. So I'll just write an effect here. So this will just console the value of is modal open whenever it changes. I'll import use effect here. Now I'll just refresh. I'll also open up the terminal here. So initially you can see it is false, and if I click it again, it is open, it is true, and if I close it, it becomes false. Yeah, that's the simple modal. Thanks for watching.